You're listening to After Action Report at savage.love.
After Action Report.
Welcome to this week's installment of After Action Report, where Savage Lovecast listeners who've tried something new report back to me at HQ about how it went. This week, I got to talk with Daniel. He's a poly guy in the UK who took one of his partners to a clothed male, naked female Christmas party over there. Hope you enjoy my conversation with Daniel. Daniel, how are you? Thank you for being here today.
Hi, Dan. Thanks. It's great to be on.
So Daniel to Daniel, tell me what kind of Daniel you are, what part of the world that Daniel, the Daniel you are, grew up in, and a little bit about yourself, Daniel.
Yeah, thanks. Great name, by the way. So my name's Daniel. I live in England, mid-40s, poly guy. I'm one of the polyamory success stories. I've got 4 very wonderful, very patient partners, one of which I'm very proud to be married to as well. That's me.
Well, congratulations on having 4 partners. That's a lot. How do you handle the bandwidth issue? People must ask you that question.
Yeah, the calendaring thing with polyamory is really true, actually. There's a lot of that going on. It's like, because I'm a techie as well, so I can see their calendars, they can see mine. So, lots of meeting requests and things like that. We're in like a small office almost. But yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, the calendaring thing is definitely a thing.
Google Cal, it made poly relationships possible for a lot of people, especially people with more than 1 or 2 other partners. So you recently had a new experience, something you tried, and you wanted to come on After Action Report and tell us about. What was it?
Yeah, so me and my partner, one of my partners, went to a clothed male, nude female event. And it was held at a club over Christmas. It's the first one that we'd ever gone to. I'm not a particularly experienced person with going to clubs. I get quite a lot of anxiety around what to wear and what's going to happen and things like this. But this was actually quite good because it was very much the guys, here is what you're wearing. It's suits, tuxedos, something smart, something nice for Christmas. And the women, it's basically nothing. So I find that very easy to comply with, and so did my partner. So it's really good. So
clothed male, nude female, also clothed female, nude male. These are CMFNF and CFFM. I can never remember how these acronyms work for clothed male, naked female. It's just a confusing one, but it's a thing. It's a fetish. It's a kink for some people to be in a group setting where all of one sex is clothed, which is a kind of power. There's status in clothing, and all of the other sex is exposed and naked and vulnerable. So it must have had a kind of DSE vibe.
Yeah, very much so. So I'm kind of the dominance, typical in my setup. So it's more of a lot of the clothed one partner. It's I think it's called one-sided nudity. A lot of that is around the DS. The submissive is normally the nude person. It's always the nude person. But this one was very much set up as clothed male, dominant, nude female, submissive, and with a Christmas sparkle as well. So lots of tinsel and lots of baubles and things like that. And then
oh my god! If you're a long-term listener, good. I don't think there's anything sexy about Christmas, and people shouldn't Christmas up their sex. I don't want to see tinsel or garlands at my sex party. I don't want to go to Lab in Berlin ever and spot a Christmas tree in the corner.
Brilliant. Yeah. No, it was really good. There was lots of BDSM play as well. So lots of impact play and lots of rope and actual rope, not tinsel as well. So it was really good.
So how did you find this party?
I've seen this event on FetLife actually a few times, and it's always quite hotly contended. So it's quite difficult to get tickets to, and it's a bit of a drive for me as well. So it's like a 4 or 5 hour trip in each direction. So it's there's transport costs and hotels and things like that. So over Christmas, my partner and I shot for a ticket, and we got on the list. We got accepted, and it's like, oh fuck, what do we do now? But we got dressed, or not, as the case may be, and turned up, and it was really good. We had an absolute blast. Really, really good.
I assume she wore something on the tube on the way over. If she was in London, and she didn't.
Yeah, and there's changing rooms as well. So yeah.
So was it your idea? Was clothed male, nude female your kink, or was it something your partner wanted to explore? Whose idea was it?
I quite like the idea of. I've always quite liked the idea of it because it's the power exchange and sort of that dynamic, and I've always always fancied it. My partner is getting he's just basically getting more into being submissive, being exposed, and being incredibly brave as well. And she was on that day. And so we both kind of just sort of got together and thought it would be a really good idea.
So do your partners have other partners, or is this polygamy and you have a harem?
Yeah, no. My partners have other partners who are free to date. My wife has got a boyfriend, and I think she's off on a date tomorrow evening, actually. And the partner who I took to the event, she's got another partner who mainly sort of ties her up and things like that. And it was actually my wife's idea to open up the relationship. A lot of people are quite surprised by that because they always assume, it's me and I've got her sort of doing stuff that she doesn't want to. But no, she came up with this wonderful idea. So.
Well, it benefited you too, from the sounds of it, and in a way that sometimes doesn't work out for straight married men. Hear all the time from straight married men, wanted to open the relationship, and it was his idea, and the wife was reluctant. They opened the relationship. It's a cliche that then they open the relationship and she is swimming in dick and he can't find a woman who's interested in sleeping with a married man. But you didn't have that problem.
No, and it was exactly my fear as well. I was absolutely convinced that she would be swimming in dick and I'd be at home crying into my Xbox, but it's absolutely not been the case.
So tell us about the party. Give us a couple of anecdotes from the party. Set the scene and share your experience of it.
Yeah, cool. So we turned up about an hour late because that's my jam, always late. And I had a tuxedo on, and I felt really, really good on it, actually. And my partner was wearing, under her coat on the way there, she was just wearing sort of like diamante pants and tassels around her nipples. And then like a sheer cover to go over, and sort of, very good hair and makeup as well. And when we got there was some, sort of drinks at the bar and things like that. And then looking around, and everyone is just dressed like to the nines. The men have got some very good suits on, lots of tuxedos.
Wait, I was going to say, not everyone was dressed to the nines.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. But
some
the women
people were
really,
undressed
really
to the zeros. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's one of those environments where you turn up and there's some just really beautiful, like high quality nudity everywhere. It was just a really, really nice place because I've been to some clubs before, but this one has been like this, just spectacular to look around and see what's out there. So yeah, really, really good. And we got chatting to a couple of strangers, which I don't do very easily, like sort of sitting down and talking to complete strangers. But yeah, got chatting to some people, made some new friends, sort of agreed to, sort of like cross paths if we can in the future. Discovered about a new couple of kinky events, which they've invited us to, and we're going to go to this year as well. And then my partner asked if she could get put on the spanking chair, on the spanking table. I went out to the car to go and get my boxer paddles and things, and returned to find her very neatly presented and totally naked on this spanking table, surrounded by the rest of the party, just waiting for me to turn up and redden her. So that was really, really good. I had an absolutely wonderful time doing that for her.
It's interesting that you say that, typically at a party like that, a little socially anxious, difficulty connecting with people, but you go to a kink party and it's almost like, okay, everyone in this room has one really big thing in common. And so unlike everyone's dressed to the nines at a regular Christmas party, an office Christmas party, a neighborhood Christmas party, and you kind of have to feel people out to find topic A, where then you can engage with them and chat with them and then see whether you click with them. But at a kink party, you're like, we're all perverts. That's why we're here.
Absolutely.
We have this one thing in common. And it's like almost like the icebreaker is built in. It's hardwired into the event and the experience of the event and every individual at the event.
Yeah, you don't need to start off by talking about the weather, that's for sure.
So sounds like it was a good experience.
Yeah, really good. Quite nerve-wracking to begin with, and the planning the event and walking into the unknown. But as I said, it's one of the few events where like you're sort of told what to wear and you're told what's going to happen. There was even an agenda for this one as well. So at this time we're going to be doing this, an outlay of the facilities as well, things like that. So here are the changing rooms. Here is where there was a hot tub as well, which didn't get to go in sadly,
We'd have to go in your really, tuxedo, really right? Or did the guys strip off for the hot tub?
I think the men are allowed to take their clothes off for that, but yeah.
So you have 3 other partners. This comes up all the time if you're in a poly relationship, as you are, as I am. Did your other 3 partners get jealous? Did anybody get jealous that they weren't the one that got the precious golden ticket to go with you to this clothed male,
Oh.
naked female party?
There were a lot of questions afterwards, actually, and I really think that my wife would do very well there. And I did speak to her afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, you'd fit in really well here, actually." But there was some expressions that I've not seen before on some faces afterwards when I was telling people how much fun that I'd had and how much fun my partner and I had had. So yeah, for sure, I reckon there was some.
Yeah, I could never go to this party. Well, I could if I was in the tuxedo, but if it was a clothed male, naked male party, I could not be the naked male. I would have to be the clothed male, which is fine because my husband and boyfriend would totally be down to be the naked male at a clothed male, naked female party. So besides go for it, and you had a great experience, any advice for people out there who might be interested in having this kind of experience?
If it's this one, get on the waiting list early.
Great advice, practical.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I've been to a few events in the past. I went to like quite a large one in London, which it wasn't clothed male, naked female, but it was it's like an event with like a black tie event, and as a result, I was felt quite like the pressure to buy myself a nice suit and things like that. But actually, for this event, I went to eBay and I got myself a tuxedo top for about 16 quid. And as a result, there was much less pressure to sort of worry about it and hang it up properly and things like that. So yeah, disposable clothing if you can every time. And it's really good, really easy to get some very good stuff off eBay and then you don't really care what you're doing then.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter if you get silicone lube all over it.
Absolutely.
It's hard to get out of clothes. Who wants that? But if you have a disposable tuxedo, who gives a fucking shit? So you going to do it again? You going to go again?
Yes. Got an event booked in about 3 weeks, actually. Me and my partner are going to go to, so yeah.
Same partner, or do you have to spread that ice cream around?
Same partner this time, but I'm looking forward to the day when I can take more than one partner with me, for sure. I'll be the envy for that one.
Daniel, thank you so much for coming on After Action Report. What a great time.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks again, Daniel. I am so glad that everyone had a good time. If you, yes, you out there listening, if you have a story to tell about a new sexual experience, a successful sexual adventure, or a complete and total disaster, we want to hear about it. Write it up and send it to us at q@savage.love with After Action Report in the subject line, and we will be in touch. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will have a new After Action Report for you next Friday.
After Action Report.
What do you want? Not family, not friends, not society at large. What do you want? What do you want and how do you want it? Without the noise of external opinions, you have the space to find out. On the dating app Field, curiosity leads the way towards intimacy with others and yourself. Field, there's no need to write your profile like a job application and pretend to be what someone else wants. Within the Field community, the cultural norm is to be radically honest about who you are and what you want. And that helps you find exactly what you're looking for. They don't gatekeep connection. In an age where dating apps create hurdles to finding your people, Field is built differently. They don't try to guide your desires either. You get to be you. In a place where there's no pressure to be anything, who will you be? Expand your curiosity. There are 20 plus sexuality and gender identities listed on Field. In this space, you can explore who you are without judgment. Download Field. That's FEELD on the App Store or Google Play and find out why so many of my listeners are already using it.